Yeah, so recently, when I was scrolling on YouTube, I found this video of Britney Spears, and as I watched it, I was really interested in her life. So I dove deeper into, her life and everything which happened to her, which made me realize how many more of, artists who are like Britney, who were first ridiculed, then something bad happened to them, or, they probably left this world. Suddenly, people gave them the title of an idol, an icon, superstar, king, whatever. It just made me realize that we don't value what we have. People like you and me, we make these people stars. We love them, we cherish them, and we first find them, we are like, oh, we need their art to be recognized. We support them, we give them that platform, to become superstar. But suddenly, when they are at the peak of their career, they're on the top, everyone respects them. Suddenly, people want to see their fall. Like, people want them to fall. They want them to fail so bad that they lose everything. Well, I would like to blame media in this. Of course, common people are totally also wrong in this, but I would more of like blame the media because they are the ones who portray them as monsters. Like, just in Britney's case, Britney was harassed. She was followed everywhere. She got so frustrated that she shaved her head on camera. Not even on camera, these people followed her everywhere, that when she went to, get all of her hair off, these people were there to record it. Britney did this because she was like, oh, if I look ugly, they won't follow me anymore. Britney was literally followed to the point of insanity. Everything she did, everything she said was on the headlines. She can't even go out with her own kids. Like, I don't know if you have watched this video in which Britney was literally in an ambulance and these people were like shoving cameras in her face. They were trying to get the footage. They wanted the exclusive footage of Britney dying, perhaps. The thing is, paparazzis aren't even like official or anything. These are just stalkers who take photos of celebrities. You must have seen so many celebrities getting angry at them. These people try to take pictures of women's skirts. Like, they waited for Emma Watson to turn 18 so they can just take photos of her skirts. Like, what? Like, excuse me? Now, like we have talked about 2000s, let's talk about today. Social media does the same. These people who have phones, normal people, let me say, not the paparazzis, who follow or maybe, accidentally meet these celebrities, and then they shoot them without their permission, and then they put up on their Instagram so that they can go viral. Wow. And of course, anyone like me can come up to the camera and say anything about any celebrity without any proof. That's what they do. They take a clip of some celebrity doing something or say something, maybe, proving a point, but they just take it out of context and they just tag them. They say hateful things, they want to cancel them. Like, genuinely, these people want them to fail. Well, it's more easier now than it was, back then. Back then, people only could know anything about a celebrity through magazines and, of course, media. But right now, social media is so free that people, anyone in the general public who hates someone, can just come up, say anything to that person, maybe lie about their personality, maybe say, oh, they did this to me, they did that, without any proof, and people will believe it. It's just that there are groups who are just ready that something would happen to this person, and I will be standing here like, oh, I told you. I hated her from the start because I always knew. I was cool, I didn't follow her or him because I always felt he or she was evil. See, I'm so cool. I'm so cool. That's what they wanna say. They just want to be proved right to hate someone. These people are unemployed asses who don't have anything else to do in their lives. It's like a cycle. When a small artist emerges, people really like them because they're so new, so different. They want them to, achieve everything. They want them on the top. These new artists, they're heavily marketed by their teams. So these new fans, they worship them. They literally can't hear anything about them. No wrongs, nothing, anything else. But when like these people go mainstream, suddenly people hate them. Suddenly they are too mainstream. Suddenly, oh, they are not so good anymore. They have changed. We want our old artists back. It's not just the same anymore. they are the same artist. They are just growing. They're just trying new things. Do you want an artist, a singer, to do same things as they did before? That's the thing. People love to complain. If an artist, changes their sound or maybe tries something new, they don't want it. If they keep doing the same thing, they're like, oh, they're so repetitive. Oh, they're so mainstream. They only like to do pop songs. They don't want to try anything else. Dude, pick a lane. But then their presumed villain era comes, where they have not done anything. People just they like pull things out of their behavior, of the clips, anything they could found. Media starts to portray them. They have not done anything yet. So these celebrities also now they are like they understood, oh, these people are shit. I don't have to be nice to them anymore. So they just start to be themselves. They start to put up boundaries because earlier they were so sweet, innocent, so nice, but still people took advantage of them. So they are like, okay, now I'm just going to do my thing. It's still not evil. It's still not evil, but people will make it evil. People will be like, oh, she wants us to respect her privacy. He doesn't want us to try to guess his house code so we can get in at night and maybe sleep in his bed. If you are a K-pop stan, you know how bad it is. Like the Sasings, if you know, Sasings are stalkers. They're like stans, stalker fans. Okay, they just go outside some idol's house and just stand there to meet them. I don't know what do they want. Why are you standing out someone's hotel, bro? See them at the concert, at the fan meetings, anywhere else. Maybe when they are outside, you meet them. Any see most celebrities are really happy to meet you outside and get a photo or something, but you don't have to get into their house. Don't get into their houses, please. So let's come to the point again. After all of this, villainizing the celebrity, writing bad articles about them, all the negative PR, at one point it comes when some of these celebrities don't get any work at the industry, or like, they're like sidelined, leaving some of the really big ones, or they just step out of the spotlight themselves. And the worst thing, that could happen to someone is they die. And after that, people are like, oh no, that person was so good. If I name a few except Britney, whom we worship today, but people ridiculed at when they were at their peak, would be, like the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Princess Diana. Like Princess Diana was really loved. But there were people who, ridiculed her after the divorce and all, and of course, many more such. And when they died or left the industry, they were suddenly the legends. Our society literally failed these people. To make them happy. We failed whom we call legends today. And we insulted their art, we insulted what they did, we insulted their lifestyle, but now they're idols. You know why? Because as I said, it's a cycle. What happened to them is now happening to many more artists, even because of social media. Haters exist for every fandom. So these legends who were failed before are now used to ridicule the current art. The artists who are living, who are happy, who are, showing their art. Now they are called, oh, you are just wanna be Michael Jackson, or you are just wanna be Beatles. You are not you. You are wanna be that guy who we killed. Like you take any female pop artist and people will be comparing them to Britney Spears. They'll be like, oh, she's trying to be Britney. No, she's not. The same performances for which Britney was like ridiculed for, called a hoe, slut, and many other names, are now used as the iconic performances to ridicule all those female artists who try to perform on stage. And now the same is said about Sabrina Carpenter. She's called a hoe, a slut, and said, oh, she's a bad influence on all children. Okay, let me say something which is like totally different here. It's a tangent, but something which people should know. Stay with me. It's not the job of the idol or the artist to parent your kids. It's your job. If you don't want your child to listen to Sabrina or any adult artist who make songs like that, take away their phones. Don't give them tablets at all. Now, let's come back to the topic. Even Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, the king of pop today, was called a PDF. He was called out for many things. First, for, trying to be white. when he had a skin condition. He had vitiligo, which causes your skin to have patches. He was black and he had these white patches on his skin. He had to do makeup to hide all of that. Then he had to get plastic surgery because he got injured in his nose, so he changed his nose. So till his death, he was called a PDF, a wannabe white guy. Many people did came to, defend him, but the thing was the damage was already done. He was gone because he used to take painkillers and his doctor gave him a really strong drug, and sadly he passed away in 2009. So I actually have a hot take on Michael Jackson. It's that if Michael Jackson had did all of what he did, he would have been alive today. It's just that Michael knew too much. Even the doctor who gave him drugs, he got out. He made money. He made a lot of money after, writing about Michael. And another example for, a ridiculed artist could be Beatles. People call them, they look like girls, they sound like girls because they have more of a female based fandom. So men were jealous and they called the Beatles, who are now respected a lot in music industry and even, among the general public. I've seen this clip. Just think, who else comes to your mind when people say something like that? There are artists who are called like that today. Yes, BTS. Just what they said about the Beatles years ago, same thing about BTS today. I just know the day BTS, takes retirement, or, after, they all are gone, we all are gone, people will be calling them legends. All the men in some years, they will call themselves a BTS fan. And I just know that BTS will be called legends by the general public in the future. Take my word on this. They will use their name to ridicule the new artists. They will start to compare. There are many fans or K-pop stans who hate on, other groups, newer groups. Tell them, oh, they're not BTS. You can dance like BTS. You can sing like BTS. Same with Blackpink. Haters will use Blackpink's name. They'll be like, oh, you're copying Jennie. Oh, you're copying Rosé. No, they are not. They're just following a formula, which Blackpink also did. Stop comparing artists to each other. Maybe enjoy their art separately. I am so sure that these people who now say, oh, I wish I was alive at the time of Michael Jackson or Beatles, will talk shit about them if they were actually alive at that time. I hope people can actually, learn a thing or two about respecting every artist and their art. Sometimes we get immersed in these artists' life a lot that we forget that these are people too. They can make mistakes too. They can say stuff too. Some people can say something which does not align to you. And sure, some people do say, oh, they chose this life. They wanted to be famous. So now they have to deal with people going around, people going after them, talking about them. These people don't owe us. Yeah, sure, people have made them famous, people have made them mainstream, but that doesn't mean that they owe us. It's just like a job, They make art, you enjoy it, that's it, you pay for it. They invest their time, they invest their energy to make art, to make peace that you enjoy, you pay for it, or maybe stream it. That's it. Transaction done. They don't owe you for enjoying them. Just imagine that your boss, just because he pays you, starts to stalk you and, tries to break into your home. And when you say, oh, it's invasion of privacy, that's literally criminal. He says, oh, but I pay you. I bring food on your table. I deserve to stalk you. No, right? You don't want that, right? You don't want to get harassed, and so does the idols. Just enjoy the art, the music, movies, but don't expect the artists to be this perfect doll who speaks, smiles, and obeys you and does everything that you want. And of course, you can totally criticize them when they do something wrong, but please stay in your lane. Don't harass them physically or mentally. I would say start focusing on yourself more, your hobbies, your interests. Of course, the lives of these celebrities are fun to some people. They like to gossip and all. If they have done something bad, boycott them. Let the police arrest them. Law should be the one to judge, not us. Of course, you can boycott them, but don't go harassing them or, trying to beat them on the street. If you agree with what I said, give this video a like. And if you don't, tell me why you don't agree with me on this in the comment section. And maybe share this with your friends. and please subscribe as well. And if you want me to make videos on a specific topic, let me know, and I'll meet you in the next video. Bye bye.